Hey everybody! It is a beautiful Tuesday. We're in October and it feels like summer. I'm in shorts and a muscle shirt in the middle of October. This time, was it last year or 2 years ago, it popped up on my Facebook that it was snowing. So the fact that we're in like 25 to 30 degree weather right now is just a blessing. I love the summer. I probably shouldn't be living in Canada in the winter months because I am not meant for winter. My body my body likes the heat. But I'm doing some food prep. So here's my spaghetti squash that I've made. I actually cooked this morning and I've been letting it cool. So now it's all nice and cool. So all I did was I made 3 big ones. So here's half and then there's another one on the stove. And all I've done to season this is I've put some balsamic vinegar on it and some of my favorite spices. And I also did, Young Living has an entire Vitality line which you can ingest. They're essential oils you can use for cooking and putting in your water and flavoring different things. So it's hard to see, but I'm scraping out the spaghetti squash into a big bowl and then I pre-measure it into little baggies. And I actually mix it with I made homemade pasta sauce last night with organic diced tomatoes and spices from my garden and some leeks and different things, and again with some essential oils that I love like basil and black pepper. Black pepper essential oil is actually really good for you. When you drink, or when you eat rather, black pepper flakes, it's actually not good for your intestinal tract. So it's really hard for your body to digest and it can be really tough on your intestines. So I really prefer the oils. And not to say the oils are better than fresh herbs, they just taste different. So a little goes a long way, you don't need a lot. But anyway, so I'm just doing my spaghetti squash. So I like to mix this up when I eat this. I do all these little, where's my baggies? I don't know where they are. They're the snack size. Where did I put them? Here they are. The snack size, and so I put my sauce and my spaghetti squash in there, put it in the freezer. That's 1 serving size. I do half a cup of my sauce and about 100 grams of the spaghetti squash, and then I do 4 ounces of ground turkey, which I've already done and put in the freezer and pre-season. And all I do is I pull those 2 bags out, I throw them in a little saucepan, I heat them up, and then I put that on a bed of lettuce, and that is my healthy carb and my protein and my vegetables and fiber and all that good stuff, and it's very filling and I love it. It kind of looks like crap on a on a plate, but I don't know. It tastes really good and that's how I like to eat it. Some people like to make this fresh because when you do freeze the spaghetti squash, I'll tell you, it does go mushy, but it's in my sauce, so it kind of tastes like it's supposed to be in the sauce and it gives it a different flavor, so I like it. But I wanted to come on and tell you about these 2 important lessons that I realized that I've learned that were very challenging for me, and I think it's challenging for a lot of people. And I want to share them with you because I think a lot of people are experiencing these issues, maybe in their personal life or in their business. Number 1 is ask for help. It's hard. It beats your ego down, right? We don't like asking for help. It's a pride thing. We think we can do everything on our own. At the end of the day, I have realized it takes a village to take care of me, and I'm okay with that now because I've opened that up. I've accepted that that's my life and that I need help from many different people in different areas. So I have chosen people in my life that are good and better at things maybe than I am, whether it's time management, whether it's cleaning, whether it's just doing little things for me, whatever it is, and I ask for help, and I get more things accomplished. And you got to check your ego at the door and know when it's time to ask for help. So I'll give you a couple of examples. My children are 6, 7, 10, and 11. I have learned that they are, woo, there's a bee. There's a bee in my house. They're they're all really good at different things. So Quentin is really good. He's my 11-year-old, and he's really good at helping me stay on track and getting the other kids to do the things that they're supposed to do. So in the morning, when it's time to get ready for school, he's kind of my little like runner. So, you know, he'll help me get the kids up in the morning. He'll help me get their lunches all ready, or encourage them to do it and get their waters ready and their bags ready to go. And he's just kind of on top of it. He's like my time management guy. He'll watch the clock and say, "Mommy, it's 10 to 8. You know, we've got 20 more minutes before we have to get out the door." And I love that. He's a little mini me. It's great. Bella is, she's really good at cooking. She loves to cook. She loves to clean. So she's the one that I get to help me do cooking, food prep. You know, if I have an event coming up, she cooks the desserts. She gets the food ready. She's great at that kind of stuff. So I'm always asking her for help to do those kinds of things. She's very motherly, so she likes helping the little boys get dressed in the morning, picking out their clothes, making sure they match, making sure they're comfortable, making sure they have all the right clothes and the extra clothes in their bag. So she helps me with that. And then the little boys, they just kind of help with whatever. So we give them, like, we call it contributions in our house. We don't call it chores, because I always tell them, if you want to live in my house, you have to contribute. Mommy and Daddy can't do everything. Oh my goodness, that bee is crazy. Mommy and Daddy can't do everything. There's 6 people in this house, and to expect 2 people to do the work for 6 is not fair, and that's not okay. So they all contribute, and contributions are, you know, your everyday basic stuff. They're all responsible for folding their own clothes and putting them away. They're responsible for serving themselves their own meals, bathing themselves, brushing their own teeth, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, when they were younger, you know, we did it for them because they were too young and couldn't do it. Look at, so this is what I'm doing right now, my spaghetti squash. That's a lot, I know, but I'm food prepping for like the next, I'm trying to do the next month. I'm going to show you my freezer when I'm done this. So I asked my kids for help. Also, I have learned that I need to ask adults for help. So recently I've actually hired a very good friend of mine, Laura, to come once or sometimes twice a week just to help me with the little things that I can't get done. And it's everything from laundry to that, you know, that we fall behind because we have a lot of people in this house, a lot of clothing, right down to a lot of business things. So returning messages, entering people into my computer system, odds and ends that I don't have time for, but I know I can trust her with, and she does a really awesome job. And I've known Laura since high school, and she gets me. Not people think I'm all over the place, but my brain works in a different way, and she just gets me. So I know that I can say, you know, I need help. Here's my list of things I need to do today. She keeps me on track. She knows how I would do things. She's babysat for us now for, oh my gosh, I don't know, 6, 7 years maybe, or something like that. At least 5. Can't even remember. She's one of the only babysitters we've ever had for our kids. I think we've only had 2 or 3. And she's been here, and I love her like family. She treats my children like they're ours. I remember when I was looking for a babysitter, I had a lot of issues with, you know, just trusting people with my kids, and I asked for Mary Poppins, and she appeared. So she's my Mary Poppins. She's so good at everything, and you know, she is part of our family. So I love her, and so I ask her for help a lot. The other people I ask for help are my mom. I ask my mom for a lot of help. She's great with my kids. She takes them when I need them, and does that. I've recently just hired back Gerda as to help me clean because I cannot keep up with cleaning. So I think you get it. I ask people for help, and I think, okay, so yes, I might have to pay people to help me. Is this a good use of my time and money? Yes, it is, because if I can pay someone to clean my house for 5 hours, that is now freed up 5 hours of my day that I can work and make more money. So absolutely, that is a great way to spend my time and money. And the other thing that I've learned, and I just want to point out, see my headband? Do you like this headband? These are amazing headbands that my friend Miranda and Jillian, they started a company called Bandit Headwear. And so you see me, I've been wearing headbands for a while now, but you've seen me wearing these funky ones. So this one's called Evoke, and it's the metallic line. I'm loving these metallics. I think they're gorgeous. You can dress it up or dress it down. I love them because I can put my essential oils on them, and it just makes the smell last longer. You can hear I'm a little bit stuffed up. I have been go, go, go. And of course, germs have caught up with me, and just getting up at 4 a.m. now in the morning to get stuff done. I just keep waking up earlier and earlier because I'm getting more accomplished in the morning. And I did hear, actually, that the most successful people wake up super early. And I gotta say, I think that's true because I'm becoming more successful. Let's say it's because I'm waking up earlier. And because I'm asking for help, right? So that's a big one. The other lesson that I've learned, so if you want to learn more about the headbands, they're awesome. I do have them available here at the spa, but you can follow, they're called Bandit Headwear, and you can find them on Instagram, and they're also on Facebook, so you can message them. They've got pictures and everything. It's probably easier if you message them, but I've got a few at Mary's studio, actually. So if anybody's listening, the MDK squad, if you guys are listening and you want headbands, they are available at the studio, at Keep and Fit. And, or I've got some here, but I'm never home, so it's probably better if you just message them. Okay, so I've got my spaghetti squash all done. And I'm just going to start bagging stuff up. So today was chest, buys, and tries. And it was an awesome workout this morning. So I got up this morning at 4:30, and I went and did, took my time getting up. I replied to some emails, sent some messages. I went and worked out with Mary from 6 till 6:30. Then I headed home, got the kids ready. Laura came over. She helped me with whatever I needed done. And I have to tell you guys, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to be posting. I want to show you. So stuff that I have to sell that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to do it on Facebook, so you'll see some posts go up. But if anybody wants a towel heater, brand new in the box, I've never used it. And I have a whole bunch of clothes still left over that are available. Really nice stuff. There's the pile. So you're going to see some more clothes and shoes and things posted. So if anybody wants it, that's great. You can have it. I'll price it all out, and I'll have it all set up there, and that's great. So I've had to buy a new wardrobe. So I figure, you know what? All my old stuff, there's nothing wrong with it. I love it. The only reason I'm getting rid of it is because it doesn't fit anymore. Yay, good problem to have. So so I thought, I'll sell it to people I care about. Because I know it's good quality stuff, and then I can get my new wardrobe with stuff that actually fits me now. Because since January, I am down 40 pounds, and I'm down 15 inches, and I feel amazing. And that is all thanks to Mary. So she's taught me so much, and it's great. So the second lesson that I've learned is that it's okay to say no, and it's important to say no sometimes. So not all the time, but I'm realizing everybody wants my time. Not everybody, but my friends, my family, people I work with, they want my time, and my time isn't always best spent doing certain things. So I've got all these requests from people, and I love this, for personal appointments, wanting to get together with me to meet about oils, to learn about oils. And as much as I would love to get together with every single person one-on-one to teach them more about their oils, in reality, I just can't do that. So I primarily spend my time with my business builders, because they are people that have invested a lot of time and energy into their business, and I want them to be successful. And also remember, I'm a business person, so it is smart for me to invest my time in my business people. And they are like family to me as well. So I want to make sure that they're learning the right things, and they're successful in reaching their goals and doing the things in their business that they want to do. So I'm just working on my scale right now, and I'm trying to. Oh, I love all the hearts. This is awesome. Okay. But saying no is important. So I've had a few people that have requested my time, and I've actually said no, and that was hard for me. But I've learned over the years that sometimes I have to say no, and I have to say, everything that you want to learn. I actually made a video about that. So if you go back on my Facebook page and you watch all my videos about oils and different things, all the information's in there. And then once a month, I will run a workshop that you can actually attend and come out to. So if you want to see me live, that's the best way to do it. So I am planning a workshop for November. I didn't do one this month because we had the rally in Toronto for the oils, and I have a whole bunch of workshops coming up. that I'm doing for people. So if you see a workshop coming up on Facebook that I'm a host on, or I have coming up, and maybe it's for someone, if you would like to attend that, private message me, and then I'll just check with our host and make sure that's fine. And our hosts are usually fine with that, but you can come out to them. So I think I have one coming up this Thursday, and I have another one coming up at the end of this month on Friday. And I'm just doing 100 grams of my spaghetti squash. So I just scoop it into the bag like this. I measure it out, and then I put my sauce over top. I do a half a cup of sauce, and then I freeze that, and then I'm good to go. I'm telling you, spending the time doing this right now saves me so much time later. It's so smart. I'm going to turn this so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So I've got it on here, and I'm pretty diligent about getting the right amount. So if I'm like, if I'm short a couple of grams, then I throw it in there. If I'm over, I take it out. And then I get my measuring cup, and here's my half a cup. I get my homemade sauce right here, and then I scoop that in, and that's it. And then I zip it up, and then I'll wipe off my bags after and throw that in the freezer. And I do that with my ground turkey, and I'm telling you, doing this method has saved me so much time. It's crazy. So that's what I've been working on. So last night I did chicken, fish, beef. This morning I did turkey, spaghetti squash. Last night I did my pasta sauce as well. And that's usually enough food to last me 3 to 4 weeks that I have in the freezer. And I had put them all in a big freezer bag, and they're all labeled in the freezer. And I just know what I need to eat every day, and I pull it out and I put it in the fridge, and then it's ready to go. And oh my goodness, it's so good. So the second lesson of saying no, that comes down to also time management. So the other thing that I do is, you'll notice if you've come to a personal appointment with me recently, this is something new I've started doing. I put a timer on. Everybody that I meet with, I set 1 hour for. So in that hour, I stay on track, and we talk about the things that we need to talk about. And I will set my timer to go off usually about 15 minutes before the appointment's over, so that I know, okay, I've got 15 minutes left, and my timer goes off. And usually the person I'm with will say, what's that for? And I'll say, oh, we have 15 minutes left in our appointment, so let's just review, or let's go over a couple things that I know you still wanted to talk about. I get that done, and then I come home. And you know what? At first I was like, oh my gosh, are people going to think that, this is weird or whatever? But to be honest, when I meet with someone, they get it. I've never had any issues with this. People get it because they know I'm a mother of 4. I run a business. Time is money. Time is important. And I value their time as well. It's not just me. I value their time, right? That's powerful. So, if I say we're going to meet for an hour and I go over, that's not fair to them either. So I'm very diligent in that now, and I get so much more accomplished. I have a list that I set out every single morning of what I'm doing for the day, and I try really, really hard to accomplish those things, because I like to rip up my list or knock things off my list every day. It makes me feel like I've accomplished things, and I've set goals and I've hit those goals. And because I know if I leave things on that paper and I don't finish my goals, that item gets transferred onto the next day, and it just adds more work for me the next day, and then I don't get as much done. So I'm trying to stay very diligent in doing that. Now, I had a very exciting day yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw, I was posting on Facebook, but we had to be in Toronto yesterday at 8 o'clock. My children were on a film set, so they got hired to be extras in a show called Orphan Black, which was extremely exciting for us. So how cool is that? They get to say that their first paid job, was on a film set. So they have an agent, and it's very cool. They're very much into entertainment. They love music. They love entertaining. So hopefully more will come out of that for us. And we had so much fun. If nothing else comes out of it, we're good with that too. But We really did have so much fun. We met some really great families. It was just cool to see that atmosphere, to be involved in that. You know, like they just got an agent last week and got their first phone call for all 4 of them. So that was pretty cool for me. I was very, very proud mom yesterday. We sat in traffic for 2 hours on the way to Toronto. I don't know how people drive to Toronto in that traffic every day. I kept pulling out my Peace and Calming and my Stress Away oils and putting them on like the whole trip because I was so stressed out. Like if I wasn't paying attention, I almost got hit 3 different times by 3 different people, and it was crazy. So anyways, I think next time we have to go down to Toronto, probably go up the night before and get a hotel or something like that, because the stress of driving in that traffic is just not okay with me. But anyways, we did have a good time. We blared the music, we sang. We did a couple of, when we were stuck in traffic and sitting there, we did a couple of video messages to friends that had birthdays. There was a whole bunch of people that had birthdays yesterday that I knew, family members, friends. So we did some messages and we did some fun stuff, because sometimes we were just sitting there. I couldn't believe it. You know, it's like people got to get to work. Oh, you see that? See how it just froze for a minute? You know why? On my phone, I have a timer that tells me when it's time to eat. So it's 2 o'clock, and this is the time that I have my meal number 4, I think. So I eat 5 to 6 times a day, and I have timers for everything. That's another way to stay on track, is have timers. I'm realizing that this video is getting really long, so I'm going to stop it right now. I'm going to finish my food prep, and then I'm going to move on to a couple other things, and then I have to pick my kids up from school in about 50 minutes. So I hope you're all having a great day. I hope that you can incorporate those lessons of asking for help and saying no when you feel you're being stretched, and taking time for you and realizing your time is just as important as everybody else's, and having that respect for not only you but for them. So, and food prep, really important. So I guess there's 3 lessons here: eating healthy, and you know, so anyways, have a great day, everybody. Think of 5 things that you're grateful for. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Try to dig deep and think of things that you wouldn't normally think about, that just aren't on the surface, but you know, things that you're really, really grateful for. I know for me today, it's that weather is number one. My oils are always at the top of that list too, because I'm telling you, without thieves, I probably wouldn't be getting through right now. So you want a great blend to help you wake up in the morning. If you want to wake up early, peppermint and lemon are excellent blends to help you wake up. Peppermint's great for memory. It's great for waking you up. It makes you feel refreshed. It opens everything up. Lemon's a great detoxifier. It tastes really great in your water. It smells really great in your diffuser. So use your oils every single day. I will talk to you soon.